ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहनाववतु
ॐ सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितं पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवती अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
यस्यान्तं न विदुः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
वयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते
रोगान् शेषान् पहंसि तुष्टा तु कामान् सकलान् अभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताश्रयतं प्रयान्ति
सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते
रोगान् शेषान् पहंसि तुष्टा तु कामान् सकलान् अभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां त्वामाश्रिताश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्
ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्
ॐ जुं सः पूर्वा भाद्रपदनक्षत्रे मीनराशौ जातानाम्
पूर्वाभाद्रपदनक्षत्रे मीनराशौ जातानाम्
श्रीविदितात्मानन्द सरस्वती यतीन्द्राणाम्
श्रीविदितात्मानन्द सरस्वती यतीन्द्राणाम्
पालय पालय
पालय
मृत्योर्मोचय मोचय
मृत्योर्मोचय
रोगान्नाशय नाशय
रोगान्नाशय
आयुर्वर्धय वर्धय
आयुर्वर्धय वर्धय
सहजुम् ॐ
सहजम् ॐ
उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्
उर्वारुकमिव
बन्धनान्
बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्
ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्
ॐ
त्र्यम्बकं
त्र्यम्बकं
यजामहे
यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्
ॐ जुं सः
ॐ
सः
सः
पूर्वाभाद्रपदनक्षत्रे मीनराशौ जातानाम्
पूर्वाभाद्रपदनक्षत्रे मीनराशौ जातानाम्
श्रीविदितात्मानन्दसरस्वती यतीन्द्राणाम्
श्रीविदितात्मानन्द सरस्वती यतीन्द्राणाम्
पालय पालय
पालय पालय
मृत्योर्मोचय मोचय
मृत्योर्मोचय मोचय
रोगान्नाशय नाशय
रोगान्नाशय नाशय
आयुर्वर्धय वर्धय
आयुर्वर्धय वर्धय
सहजुम् ॐ
सहजम् ॐ
उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्
उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
जना सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन
सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन
पार्थो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
अर्थो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ
तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः
तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः
एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते
एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते
प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम्
प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम्
अहं स च मम प्रियः
अहं च मम प्रियः
ताराः सर्व एवैते
उदारः सर्व एवैते
ज्ञानित्वात्मैव मे मतम्
ज्ञानित्वात्मैव मयि मतम्
आस्तितः स हि युक्तात्मा
आस्तितः
मामेवानुत्तमां गतिम्
गतिम्
बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते
प्रपद्यते
वासुदेवः सर्वमिति
वासुदेवः सर्वमिति
समहात्मा सुदुर्लभः
महात्मा
समहात्मा
सुदुर्लभः
सुदुर्लभः
From 16th verse, Bhagavan is describing there are 4 types of people and all are Sukrutinaha. They have earned lots of punya. Because of punya, they worship me. They always worship me. And the name of those persons are Artah, Jignasuhu, Artharthi, Jnani. Artah, a person who seeks Ishvara. When that person is in distress, here one is Artharthi, a people who always seek Ishvara when they need some kamya karma, they need some desired object from the world. Jignasu, a people who are interested to know who is Ishvara, are called Jignasu. And last one, Jnani. Bhagavan says the Jnani, the meaning of Jnani, one who knows who is Bhagavan, otherwise one who knows who am I. It's called Jnani. Among 4, who is the best? Bhagavan says in 17th verse, Tesham Jnani, Tesham Chaturanaam Bhaktanam Madhye. Among these all 4, this Jnani Nitya Yuktaha Eka Bhaktihi Vishishyas. That Jnani is signified, we can distinguish because of Nitya Yuktaha. That person is always connected with one's own real nature. Nitya Yuktaha and Eka Bhakti is totally committed to Ishvara only. Otherwise, we can say it is totally committed to oneself, the consciousness. Eka Bhakti. There is no other seeking anywhere else. It's called Eka Bhakti. That's why this Jnani is totally distinguished from other 3. And again, Bhagavan says, Aham Jnaninaha Atyartham Priyah. Aham means myself, Bhagavan says, I am very much dear to that Jnani. Priyah, very much dear. And that Jnani also very dear to me. Priyah is very dear to me. And again, Bhagavan in 18th verse, Bhagavan says, Ete sarve udaraha. These all people are exalted. Even Arthaha, Artharthi, Jignaso, all are exalted. But still, Gnani to Atma eva madam. While this Jnani is my own soul. It is my own self. This is my vision. And why it is Atma eva, Bhagavan says, Sahi Yuktatma. His mind is total resolved in me. It's called Yuktatma. And that person has reached, is attended Mam Anuttamam Gati. That person will reach me. And that end, there is no other better end than this, to know Ishvara, to reach Ishvara, to understand Ishvara. Bhagavan says there is no other thing. And that level, to know Bhagavan, having reached is not really reaching. There is no action, but according to Pujya Swamiji, he used to say, no, is walking without walking. But here the reach means to understand. But generally, always, even in Gita, they whenever jnanam takes place, they always say gati. So gati means jnana. There is no better end to know oneself. And how come that person reach at this level? So Bhagavan says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. After many births, Gnanavan Mam Prapadyate. That Jnanvan, one who is Jnanam, that person, seek me, surrender to me. We were seeing that. Bahunam Janmanam Ande Gnanavan Mam Prapadyate. That seek me. And what would be his vision or her vision? Bhagavan says, Vasudevaha Sarvam Iti. Sarvam means here in this Jagat, in this universe, everything is nothing but Vasudeva only. It is only Krishna. One who is such vision, that Mahatma, Sadurlabha, that person is rare, Sudurlabha. And it says we can take Gnanavan in two ways. One Gnani we can take, one who is already Jnanam, one who is total already Gnanam, that person also we can Jnanvan. Otherwise we can say there is another person who always at the end of Jnanam, one who has gone through every process, like Chitta Shuddhi, everything has gone by. Now it is on the verge of Jnanam, that person is also called Gnanavan. And we have seen last time, if you remember, Vasudevah Sarvam, that is called Samanadikaranam, and it is called Badha Samanadikaranam. This Sarvam is get negated and everything is nothing but Vasudeva. That we have seen in detail last week. Now we will see the Bhashyam. Bahunam Janmanam. The meaning is after many lives or many births. And Shankaracharya has written the meaning why a person has to take many births to know oneself. Shankaracharya has written Gnana Artha Sanskara Arjana Ashrayana. Janmana means people has to gathered ashraya. They have to get gathered arjana means to acquire sanskara means tendency, impression of what gnanartha. In our routine, this every time I used to take classes in Gujarati also from Monday to Thursday. So one lady was asking me in last Thursday class, she asked me if I have what we have already seen, but still she has asked, if I have completed, she says, Chitta Shuddhi up to 40% level, then what will happen to me in next birth? It will start from 0%. So I said, no, it will start from 41. You have to start from 41. So it's called Gnanartha Sanskara or Arjana. Every birth, we don't know how much percentage we are gathering to purify our mind, how much percent for purification of mind, even how much percent we are gathering to concentrate, or how much percent we are gathering to have more interest to knowing who is Ishvara. It needs too much punya. It calls Gnana Artha Sanskara. For Gnanartha, for the sake of Jnanam, Sanskara Arjana, we have to gather impression and Ashrayana. One was resort to them, one was given to them. All people is called Ante. At the end of many lives, Samapto, Jnanavan. The meaning of Jnanavan means Prapta Paripaka Jnana. One whose Gnan is totally assimilated. It's called Jnanavan. And what that person knows. Bhagavan says, Mam means Vasudeva. The meaning of Vasudevam, Vasayati Sarvam. We know Isha Vasyamidam Sarvam. At that time also Vasya word is used by Upanishad. Here also Bhagavan says Vasudeva. Vasayati means to cover. Vasayati sarvam. Vasayati iti vasu. Let etymology we can say one who is all pervading, one who covered everything is called Vasu. And who is that? It's called Devaha. Devaha means self-effulgent. In the form of consciousness, who has covered everything. That is called Vasudeva. One who doesn't need any consciousness to one existence is called Deva, self-effulgent. Swaprakasha, that is called Deva, that consciousness is Vasayati, Vasu. There is a one word, Narayana. There is a one word is called Narayana. Actually, is a Nara plus Ayanam. Is Sandhi is called Narayan. Nar plus Ayanam. What is the meaning of Naraha? The definition in Sanskritam, it is called Nahriyate Nakshiyate. Riyate means to be perished. So Nariyate Nakshiyate, both meaning is one who never get perished. It's called Naraha. And who is that? That Ishvara only. It's called Naraha. One who never get paid. Tasya Ishvarasya idam naram. So one who is connected to Nara is called Nara. So Nariyate, where I should not write. Riyate is a dirgha rakara. Nariyate nakshiyate. One who never get perished. Otherwise, Riyate is equal to kshiyate. It is called Naraha. And Tasya Narasya, for that Nara who never get perished, Tasya idam whole jagat is called Naram. And one who is the abode of Naram is called Narayana. Ayanam is the abode, one who abides is called Narayana. Same way here, Vasudeva. There are beautiful definition of each and every name of Ishvara. So same way here, Vasudeva. Vasudeva means one who is all pervading in the form of self-effulgent consciousness is Vasudevam. But who is that Vasudevam? So Shankaracharya says it is reflected in our own self, is called Pratyagatman. Pratyaganama, our own self, inner self. So Vasudevam is all pervading, is also in myself also. That Pratyagatmanam, one who can understand as a Pratyaksha directly. Now me and Ishvara is not different. Both are one and same. One who has that understanding, it is called Pratyaksha. That Prapadyate, they will get me. They will understand me. And in which way that person will get Vasudevaha Sarvamiti. Everything is nothing but Vasudeva. I am taking 18th chapter, is in Gujarati class, in Bhashyam. There is a one Bhashyam, beautiful Bhashyam of Shankaracharya ji. He mentioned one thing. Always we used to say, Atmagyanam. We would like to get Atmagyanam. Is in one Bhashyam, he says, people need not to take Atmagyanam. We are never taking any Jnanam. Only what we are doing, we are removing Ajnanam. There is no need of removing anything. Taking Jnanam. Jnanam is everywhere. But what we are doing, we are just removing our Ajnana. To make understand us, he has taken 3 to 4 pages beautifully. So how one person can be Jnana Nishtha? So he says, a person should be Jnana Nishtha. One should not need to take Jnana. Because everybody knows. Kya, aham, asmi, everybody knows. It is always with us only that what we don't know is what we are. Aham asmi, but aham deham asmi. Mana antakaran asmi, that notions that we have to remove. There is a nothing need to be taken gnana. Gnanam is always with us. Same way is a pratya, because it is a pratyagatma. There is a one good story I have heard somewhere. Two painter means two artists, one who can paint properly. They went to meet one king, and both says we are very good artists. We can paint beautiful things. Now king has to decide who is the best among two. So king has asked both of them. I am giving you time period of 1 month. Both you should prepare a beautiful picture. Whatever you like, whatever paint you like, you just prepare. And both king has kept in same hall. Hall was not much big, but he puts one curtain. So one part of wall is for one artist, A1 we can say, and another wall, they have to do wall painting. So another wall is given to another artist, A2. And now king says, I will put one curtain between both of you, and after 1 month I will come back. I will check both painting, and then we will decide who is the best. Then both says, okay. So this artist who is A1, he has started to paint a beautiful art on that wall, and 1 month is completed. And that king comes and he says, I would like to see first this A1 artist. And all with all his, he went inside. All this minister, king went inside, and he painted a beautiful picture. His whole, he says he has painted mountains, that rivers, all trees. And then he said, king said, I think right now I'm just in the middle of the forest. That much beautiful you have prepared. Then he says, let me check what another artist has done. So then king has come through here from this way, and all are, they amazed. That artist has done nothing on that wall. It was nothing. Only that king has noticed that wall becomes so clear and so like a mirror. He has keep on rubbing. Then king asked, what is the meaning of this? Why you have done this much pain to rub this wall? Then this second artist said to king, can you remove the curtain? Then curtain has been taken out. Then all painting, what artist had done is mirrored image, all can see in that wall. Then he says, I have only cleaned the wall, and I have cleaned it in such way so other than the image of this whatever that A1 has done, you can see here. Same example we can use for us. There is a Atma is always sitting inside. Pratyagatma is a Pratyakshaha. What we have to do, nothing. We have to keep on rubbing, our Antakaran Shuddhi. That Shankaracharya has made inside. We need not to do anything. We have to keep on clean our Antakaran. When Antakaran will clean, the mirror image of our us is Atmanaha will come out. And one who comes to know, one who has cleared his Antakaran, that person can understand Vasudevaha Sarvam. Here nothing, but only Ishvara is everything. And Yaha evam sarvatmanam mam pratipadyate. Yaha means one, a person who is like that. And mam pratipadyate, that person understand me. That person gets me. And in which way that person understand Ishvara? Mam means me, Ishvara, in which form? Sarvatman. I am not sitting only in the heart of that devotee or that Mahatma, but I am Atma of all being. It's called Sarvatman. that Jnani Mam Pratipadyate, that seek me, that understand me, and such Mahatma, Bhagavan says, Saha Mahatma Natat Samaha Anyaha Asti Adhikahava. To having this knowledge, there is a nobody like that. Not tat samaha. There is a nobody like that person. Not tat samaha. Anyaha. There is a no other person like him, like her own. And how can we think more than that? So this is ultimate knowledge. Saha ataha sudurlabha. That's why it is a very rare. Sudurlabha. I always one reminder of Pujya Swamiji. He used to say that Tattvamasi is only 3 words. But to understand Tattvamasi, 3 years are not good enough. In Anaikati, he used to say, there is 3 words are not good enough. Even I would like to say, Pujya Swamiji, even whole life is not good enough. Because Tattvamasi is very small sentence, but to understand that small sentence, even we say Mahavakya, but to understand that small sentence, we need a mind, one who can assimilate this. That's why he says that Mahatma. Here Maha means great, Atma means mind. One whose mind is that much great. Here Shankaracharya is written as a Mahatma means one whose mind is that much great. Like one, that whole is that much great. Same way Mahatma we can take as one who is mind. Here Atma we can take as Antakara. But in Pujya Swami's Gita home study, Pujya Swami is taken as Mahatma means that consciousness, means Atma means that consciousness, one who understands my consciousness is all pervading. I am not limited by body, mind, sense complex. That is called Mahatma. But Shankaracharya is taken as a Mahatma means one, a person whose mind is great. And why that person's mind is great? Because he understands Pratyagatmanam Vasudevam is nothing other than me. That's why he says, Na tat samaha anyaha asti. Tat samaha. There is a no other person can be compared with this Mahatma. So what to talk about Adhika? If there is a no compare to that Mahatma, so it is never be more than this. That's why such Mahatma is Durlabha, Sudurlabha. Durlabha is also rare. We can say rarest rare. It is the very rare. That's why Bhagwan has used, Shankaracharya says, Saha Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kinchid Yatati Siddhaye. It's third verse of this 7th chapter. Bhagwan says, there are Saha Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kashchid Yatati Siddhaye. Siddhanam api, only very few, one who can understand me. In 7th and 3rd verse also Bhagavan says, same repetition. Iti Uttam. That's why he says, Bhagavan said in 3rd verse also same thing. And now this topic about Chatvaraha Bhaktaha and Jnani is the best, that topic is over. But Shankaracharya ji, to connect 19th verse with 20th verse, Shankaracharya ji has put one sentence. So why all people cannot understand everything is Vasudeva? What is the reason behind why all people cannot understand Sarvam itim Vasudeva? So Shankaracharya's beautiful line he has kept. Atma eva sarvaha Vasudeva. Atma means my own consciousness is nothing but Vasudeva. And even Atma eva sarvaha. My consciousness is everything, and that consciousness is nothing other than that Vasudeva. It is what Bhagavan has said in previous verse. Evam apratipatto karanamuchyate. Why? Pratipatti means understanding. But apratipatto, why they cannot understand, that reason is being said in this 20th verse. Why people are not getting anywhere? So 20th verse is Kamaistaiste hritagyanah prapadyante devataha tam tam niyamamasthaya prakrutya niyatasvaya. Bhagavan says, Kamehi tehi hritagyanah. Rita means kidnapped. Rita, we can say, is a harati. No? Harati means to take away. Is past passive participle. Rita is robbed away. Jnanaha means discrimination power. This jnana, that understanding, is carried away, is robbed away by what? So he says, kamehi, for different type of desired object. Tehi means whatever they want, their mind is behind them only. So tehi kamehi vritagnana. By those of desired object, persons, viveka means discrimination power is robbed. And they are interested in only worldly object. And for that, they never seek Ishvara. They seek other devata. That's why Bhagavan says, Anya devataha prapadyante. They surrender Anya devata, other than Ishvara. It says, somebody says, if you do worship of Indra, Indra will give something. Somebody says, you surrender to Kubera Yantra, wealth will come. So there are different type of devatas. So Anya devataha prapadyante. They seek, they surrender. And how they will seek? So Bhagavan says, Swaya Prakrutya, according to their own mental disposition. Everybody has their own thinking power, their disposition. Prakriti, he says their own mental, Swaya means their own. Because they have chosen different type of devatas. And having chosen different type of devata, in each and every devata has a different type of to follow anushtanam, the way of to do puja. So he says they all are niyata niyama asthaya. Tam niyama asthaya. Suppose Kuber is there, then there is a different type of stipulation, different type of way of to do puja. It's called tam niyama asthaya. There is a one Santoshima in India. You might have heard the name. That Santoshima. Our Shankaracharya ji, Dwarka Pit Shankaracharya ji says, there is a no name of Santoshima in Purana. There is a no name of Santoshima in Vedas. But still people are doing worship of Santoshima. And he said, there is a one interview. Because always this Shankara Swarupananji has to comment different type of comment. So nowadays in India, Sai Baba is now worshipped by all people. There are lakhs, and now I think even compared to our what is the temple in our near Hyderabad, the big temple. What is the name?
Balaji, Tirupati.
Yeah, compared to Tirupati Balaji, the Sai's temple incomes are more. That much donation are going there. And our Shankaracharya ji, that Swarupananji oppose. He says, one should not worship Sai Baba. And all are against this, our Shankaracharya. Then I have seen one interview in television. He was telling, I am not against Sai Baba. I have total reverence because he is a sant, he is a saint. Why you are making Ishvara? He says there are many Shankaracharya ji, even our Adi Shankaracharya ji, we can consider as a Shankaracharya, but we never worship as a Ishvara. We always worship as a Guru only. So why you are making Ishvara? So if he says if time will come after 50 years, 60 years, people will forget Rama, Krishna. People will start seeking Sai Baba is Ishvara. That's why I am opposing Sai Baba. Stop worshipping Sai Baba as a Ishvara, but you can have reverence. Same way Santoshi, at that time he said, even I oppose Santoshima. He says people are just made after Santoshima. And at that time also I oppose because everybody will forget Durga Lakshmi Saraswati because she is our original mother and everybody will forget. But people are really, if Santoshima is present within 30 days, then people are worshipping Santoshima. This we keep on worshipping Lakshmi ji, Saraswati ji. She is never blessing us. But Santoshima within 30 days. That's why they are after Santoshima. They are after Sai Baba. That's why it says Anya Devata. People are for their small desire, for earthly, mundane. They all are Anya Devata Prapadyante. And each and every Devata has Niyama Asthaya. They have their own stipulation. Tam means according to Devata, there are different type of stipulation. Asthaya, the meaning of Asthaya means they are following that stipulation and those Devata Prapadyante. They are driven by this and they follow this and this. And Bhagavan says, I have no problem. Even he says, if they are doing like that, because even that Devata, I'm sitting there only. So in next verse he says, I have no problem. But here he says, these people are never seek me because mostly people are interested in worldly object. And for a worldly object, they are never become artharthi, they are become anya devata prapadyanti. Now he has explained, Shankaracharya ji, kamehi taihi. So Shankaracharya has written here, kamehi taihi. So here kamaha means different type of object. Kamyate iti kamaha. It is a karmani vyutpatti. So what type of desire? So Shankaracharya has written, putra, pashu, swarga adi vishayehi. Somebody need sick, putra, son, progeny. Pashu, at that time pashu considered as a wealth. More cattle, more wealth. So it's a pashu. And swarga, after death, they would like to go heaven, swarga. So for that object, Rutagyana, even I don't know, but when I was taking Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, in that Upanishad, they said why people in India, they need putra compared to putri. Why? So it is written, Shankaracharya has written in his Bhashyam, suppose father has taken some anusthana. I will do some Lex mantra or whatever, something they have decided, and in between that father about to die, something has happened and he was about to die. At that time, father can ask his son, I have completed something. If 1 lakh, so he can say, I can complete 60,000 mantra. Can you finish 40,000 behalf of me? Then Putra says, yes, I will do behalf of you. Then all punya will get father, not Putra. That's why Putra or they were seeking putra. That's why in the form of putra, person would like to live in this earth, whatever, but always generally people are seeking son, wealth, and after that all svarga, vishayehi, rutagyanaha. Shankaracharya has written, apahruta viveka vikyana. This discrimination power is totally robbed away. And for that reason, prapadyante anya devata. They would like to surrender. They would like to seek another devata. And who are they? Shankaracharya has written, the meaning of prapadyante means prapnuvanti. They will get. There are Batuk Bhairav, Kuber, there are many devatas. Prapnuvanti, nowadays, when I went to Anaikatti for teaching, there is only Santoshima was there. But after coming back from Anaikatti, there is one another mother, means Mata, they have started to worship. It's called Dashama. I never heard the name Dashama before I went to Anaikatti. So it says there is a Dashama. Dashama means there is another Mata like Santoshima. And whole people in Gujarat, they are follow after Dashama. They are just made after Dashama. We don't know who is Dashama. It's called Anya Devtaha Prapnuvanti. Anya Devta means Vasudevat Atmanaha Anya Devata. Bhagavan says, who is myself? So I am Vasudeva and I am Atma of all. From that, another Devta. So except me, they seek other Devta. And each and every Devta has their own stipulation. So he says, they propitiate different Devta. So he says, Tam Tam Niyam, according to their own stipulation, Devata Aradhane. For each worship, there are different rules and regulations. Stipulation, Prasiddhaha Yaha Yaha Niyamaha. What are the well-known, that stipulation? Tam Tam. They follow them. Tam Tam means follow. Asthaya means ashritya. Having following that stipulation, and which devata is chosen by which person, Bhagavan says, prakritya, according to their own disposition of mind. He says, svabhavena, their own disposition. And from where they have got this type of stipulation, Shankaracharya, again he has written, Janma Antara Arjita Sanskara Visheshena. From another birth, Arjitaha, they have already gathered this type of sanskar. Somebody would like to worship Kubera, somebody would like to worship Indra, other Devta, Batuk Bhaira, is Visheshena. According to their own sanskara, according to their own tendency, they have got from another birth. According to them, Niyataha means Niyamitaha. They are always followed them. Svaya means Atmiyaya. Their own stipulation, their own disposition, they have followed different type of stipulation. Even for one Devta also, there are different type of stipulation. According to how much they are serious, according to their stipulation, but on which base they choose their stipulation, according to their own svabhava, according to their own disposition. And from where they have got this disposition, janma antara, from other birth, arjitaha, they have gathered that sanskara. Niyamita, niyataha means they are dependent on them and they start worship to them. And Bhagavan says, I have no problem. So in 21st verse, just we can chant, meaning we will see tomorrow. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhayarchitumicchati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadhamyaham. whatever yaha yaha, yam yam tanum, tanum means devatam tanum, bhaktaha shraddhaya, with shraddha architum ichchati. They would like to worship for that devata achalam shraddham. I make them, I give them shraddha, remain firm in that devata. I have no problem. Let him remain. Let her remain in that devata. So I give firm shraddha for that devata. I have no problem. Vidadami. I give them. But detail, we'll see tomorrow. Any question? Same way must be south means something, no? Different devata, different devi.
Yes, there are many Amman goddesses, no, female goddesses, like Mariamman, and all these people go.
The other one is all that red people will wear. What is that?
Red, yeah, that one only. That Amman, some Amman temple. Mariamman only. Mariamman temple, something like that.
You are muted.
Melmarvatu.
Melmarvatu, yes. Correct. Yeah. So they all wear red only. All will wear red sari and go. Also, and they'll go in big groups.
Yeah, so it will. Yeah, so wherever any bus stop or anywhere, you can see them all going to that place.
Yeah, I heard that whoever the founder of that organization, whatever the temple, people worship that person as a goddess or something like that.
No, that's a different one, no? There's one more. Shakti Amma. Shakti Amma. So it's a nice temple, I'm told. But in fact, this gentleman, he dresses as in red and, something. So
He's a gentleman, but still he's a Devi.
yeah, he's a Shakti Upasaka, and then people also worship him. He's considered like a guru, basically.
He considered like a guru, but worshipped like a devata. But Swamiji, there is another, I forgot the words. Even Bhagavan says, they may be doing all this and they do not know. They're actually worshipping me only, it says. I forgot that words.
Yeah, it will come in this only. Unknowingly they are worshipping me. They don't know. Because everything is Ishvara only. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what we say, right? We have different swamis like Vinayakar, Murugar, and Ishvara.
No problem.
Everything just for our convenience, like to think about, visualize the God. That's what we say, right? Am I right or I'm wrong?
Yeah, correct. Whatever we like, no? Because in Vinayaka also same content is there, consciousness
Yeah,
is there.
Swaminiji, I have a question then. In that case, whatever the other people are doing, like for Santoshima or Mariamman, whatever, they are doing, visualizing the Swami as like Santoshima. So what is wrong with that?
No, but let them do. But what is the duty of the head of this whole, Swamis? Other people will go in wrong track. They will forget who is original, what is our Vedas, what is Purana. People will forget. And what is the original Devis, they will forget. For that purpose. And who are following this Santoshima? When we see the people, they have no actually bhakti towards Devi. They are just madly, unknowingly they are doing. What they are doing, even they don't know. Somebody says this is very good, that's why, like a ship folk, no? They are one after
just follow.
Just follow without knowing. It doesn't work, that's why.
And then they may be following, as you said, Indra or Kubera or any these gurus or devatas, or gurus portraying as devatas for some material wish without the real pursuit. I like the way you said it, Swamiji. I mean, I think Swamiji, you said Santoshima in 30 days. That's like saying learn Sanskritam in 30 days, right? You can never do it.
It cannot be possible.
Yeah, you have to be Nishtha means you have to learn Sanskritam
That too, participles.
But I take that Shankaracharya, these bold stance, like, and that example really struck with me. Like after 30, 40 years, Sai Baba will be the Devata rather than Rama.
Krishna,
Yeah.
So, but we can worship Guru as a walking God, live
Yeah,
God,
we can
right?
say, no, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. We can, but we cannot make them Bhagwan. We cannot give Abhushana like, Bhagwan. We can worship.
But for Shankaracharya and
But have you
other,
seen Shankaracharya ji, even Adi Shankaracharya ji at an altar as on altar place? Never, we have never seen. They always worship Shiva only. They can keep photo also, but always Shiva is there. Never Shankar. They never worship as a Lord.
That's why they say, even if all these Tamilians especially treat the Mahapariva, the 67 Shankaracharya, as they propagate all kind of miracle stories about him. And the real thing is to follow what he said and do what he said, rather than just putting him on a photo and doing Deeparadhana and just doing namaskaras. We'll never put everybody on a pedestal, so that we conveniently just worship and walk away.
So that we can conveniently be who we are and continue to do whatever we want to do. And then put God on pedestal and say, I am only Dasa, small. So, it's a big responsibility to say if you are, Brahman, then, you have to let go of all your littleness. It's a very big...
Bhagavan is actually saying, you are me. Forget about devatas and even teachers, right? So, like, it's the ability...
In Mandukya Upanishad, is Karikas are there, no? In that Gaudapada Acharya says, Vayam tehi na viruddhyate. We never oppose, even Bauza, Jaina. Actually, they are doing Chitta Shuddhi. If Chitta Shuddhi will take place, they will come to us only. Because real thing is only one, no? So let them do whatever they do. In any path, whatever they do, let them do. But only one, they should do Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi will take place, they will die. Definitely they will come to oneself only, no? There is no other way to know everything. There is only self only one has to know. This is the thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I think now I understand even in the ashram, Sailasburg ashram, Dakshinamurti, the temple, Puja Swamiji's photo, they kept it outside the temple, not near Dakshinamurti, even though we worship like God.
Even is Mahasamadhi in Rishikesh. They have kept Swamiji's Pratima, but they have kept one Shivlinga. Abhisheka is only on Shivlinga, not on Swamiji. So whenever Swamiji's head, they have kept one rod. When they have given Samadhi, they have kept one rod. So we can understand where Swamiji's head is there. For that understanding, on that place, they have put one Shivlinga. So
but for Mahapariva, they do, in the Adhishtanam, they do the Abhishekam and everything for Kanchi Mahapariva Swamiji. So he is also a guru, right?
One should not do, actually. For Shankaracharya, if you go Sringeri, there is no any Abhisheka on Shankaracharya. In mutt only, all 4 mutts, you never see. We can have total respect for Guru Parampara, Guru everything, but Guru is Guru, Ishvara is Ishvara.
Sringeri is a very strong Advaita Param. Shankaracharya also is an Advaitin, and beautifully he has spoken. But his devotees don't listen to that. They only do puja, and they do puja for him every Anusham day during his
Birthday.
they do, and they're very diligent about it. But they never read whatever he said on Advaita. You don't want to read. I have some friends who are total devotees of Mahapariva, but they don't know a thing about Advaita.
You can't change the mind of people.
Yeah, they don't even want to talk about it. They'll actually, they'll run. If you say Advaita, they'll run. They don't want to be influenced by Advaita. This is so strange because he's the biggest Advaitin. But he never talked about it. I mean, to everyone. But he's given some beautiful bhashan on Advaita. Very nice. I've seen it on YouTube, I've heard. But
Shall we do?
Thank you, Swaminiji. We'll never let you go. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Harihi
Harihi
Om.
Om.
Shri
Shri
Gurubhyo
Gurubhyo Namaha.
Harihi
Harihi
Om.
Om.